A very good morning, students. Welcome to the Human Resource Management class once again. Now today's class, I assume Unit 1 we are coming to an end. We have done with what is human resource management, the importance, uses, the different types, difference between human resource management and personal management, what is human resource planning, the functions of human resource, recruitment, selection and types of interviews is left in the unit 1, which Sendil sir would be completing it. So now we will be starting with unit 2. Under that I will be completing training and development today. So let's move on with unit 2, training and development. What all is it that we are going to cover up under training and development? The meaning and definition of training, the need and importance of it, what are the different training methods, and difference between training and development. Now, meaning and definition. What do you mean by training? Before going to the meaning, once I recruit and select an employee in an organization, I know that he is having specific skills. I have a requirement for which I have hired the employee. So, how best I have to train the employees so that I can utilize these skills and match it with the performance of the job that I need him to do. And once this is matched, accordingly I provide him training so that he is able to perform the job for which I have hired him efficiently. So, training is basically a systematic procedure for transferring technical know-how to the employees so as to increase their knowledge and skills for doing particular jobs. Let's do it once again. The meaning of training is, it is a systematic procedure for transferring technical know-how to employees so as to increase their knowledge and skills for doing a particular job. So, it is a process by which the attitudes, skills and abilities of employees to perform specific jobs are increased. So, it is only with regard to specific job that I have for which I have hired, I want to change or increase his attitude or utilize his skills and abilities to perform that particular job. Clear? Now, before we move into the definition of training, are the three terms training, education and development the same? No. Though they sound similar, there is a small change in that the concepts itself are different. Now, training is a process by which the aptitudes, skills and abilities of the employees to perform a specific jobs are increased. So, he is having a skill and ability. How best am I utilizing it to perform specific jobs that I have hired him for? That is increasing. So that he performs the job better, I train him accordingly. It is a process of learning new skills and application of knowledge. It attempts to improve their performance on the current job or prepare them for any other job. This is train. So, it is only for a specific, perform specific jobs. Now, what is education? Education is a process of again increasing the knowledge and understanding of employees, but it need not be for a specific job related. Now you are getting educated by having a knowledge of something. It is the understanding and interpretation of knowledge. It does not provide definite answers, but rather develops a logical and rational behind that, can determine relationship among different variables and thereby understand the phenomena. So, what is education? It imparts qualities of minds and character and understanding of the basic principles, and it develops the capacities so that an individual can analyze the objectivity of a given course. it is a broader in scope than training. Training is only to a specific job related. Education is not only to job related, but it also covers job related and other activities. So it is tied to the goals of organization. Training is tied more to the goals of organization than the goals of the individual. Whereas education is the goal. Might be I want to increase or have more knowledge about a particular field. That is why I have education. Are you clear with the concept of what is training and what is education? Okay. Now next is development. What is development? It refers to learning opportunities designed to employees to help employees grow. It is again looking into the growth. All three are concerned with the growth of employees, but the way in which in dev training it is towards the organizational goals. In education it's again towards the employee goals. In development again it is an individual growth that I am looking for. So it covers not only those activities which improve job performances, but it also includes those activities which bring about growth of the personality of an individual, so that he can progress towards maturity and actualization his potential capacities, so that they do not only become good employees but also better men and women. So it is not just providing him training or making him gaining him more knowledge, but it makes him a better person, improving his personality. So in development we aim more, it is used instead of training and development. In some organizations the term learning and development is used instead of training and development, so that the emphasis on the importance of learning for the individual and the organization. It is not only to the individual but an overall growth of an employee also. So hope you are all able to understand the difference between training, education and development. Now next we move on to definition. According to Edwin B. Flippo, it is the act of increasing knowledge and skill of an employee for doing a particular job. Clear? Okay. So having understood what do I mean by training and the definition of it, let's move to the need and importance of training. Is it important for me to provide training in an organization? Yes, it is important, because it is equally important for the existing as well as for the new employees who have joined the organization. So it is an organized activity for increasing the technical skills of the employees, so that their efficiency of doing a particular jobs is increased. Otherwise I can also say that training provides the workers with facility to gain technical knowledge and to learn new skills to do a specific job. So it is equally important not only, as I said, for the existing employees but also for new employees. It helps new employees to get acquainted with their jobs and also increases their job related knowledge and skills. Now let us do this one by one. What is the need and importance of training? Now if I have, the first one is higher productive. If I have a trained employee in my organization, it is necessary that my productivity increases, and the reduced cost of production, it is essential to increase productivity and reduce the cost of production for meeting competition in that market. So how do I reduce the cost of production? By reducing the wastage, so that if I train the employees, he would be able to work efficiently, produce more units in less time accordingly. So effective training can help increase the productivity of workers by imparting the required skills. So it is not only but it also improves the productivity. When higher productivity means not only the efficiency of an employee, once he becomes, if everything falls in a circle, if I provide him training, his efficiency increases, and in return the productivity in my organization also increases. Clear. Next, quality improvement. As the very word says, the customers have become more quality conscious these days and the requirements keep on changing. Quality is something which we cannot compromise at. Customers want a quality, be it at what price it is available, they would want a quality. To satisfy the customers, the quality of products must be continuously improved through training of workers. Clear? Next, reduction of learning time. What is this? Reduction of learning time. Suppose I do not train an employee and put him in the job to perform a task which he is not aware of also. So he would take time firstly to learn the process and then to implement it. Rather, if I provide him a training prior to I giving him what the task needs to be done, there would be a reduction of learning time and he would be able to perform even more efficiently. So, when I provide systematic training through trained instructors, again, these trained instructors are well aware of what I need to do and what is it that I require. So, only through systematic training, through these trained instructors is essential. Why? So that the training period is reduced. First he learns and then he teaches. This will be a long process. So let him be well equipped with what is needed to be delivered and then train the workers accordingly. If the workers learn through trial and error, they will take a longer time and even may not be able to learn the right methods of doing the work. So we should avoid this trial and error method and instead we should have trained instructors who can train so that there is reduction in learning time. Clear? Next, industrial safety. Now this is also self-explanatory. If I train, there are many equipments where safety measures, these are hazardous for the life of an employee or workers. So the trained workers can handle the machines safely. Since most of it are almost electrically run devices, it is essential that they are handled with care. They also know the use of various safety devices in the factory. Thus, there is more the accidents. So, once if I train the employees, they would be able to handle the machine even more safely. So, there would be fewer accidents also. So, all of these are interrelated. Clear with the first four? What is the need and importance? Higher productivity, quality improves, reduction in time of learning, industrial safety, lesser accidents. Now, reduction of turnover and absenteeism. Now, this reduction of turnover and absenteeism is anyways related to all these three. This training creates a confidence in the minds of the workers. Suppose today, tomorrow I've assigned to do a job. Might be I take a leave or I am not secured. I don't feel that I have that knowledge. So the turnover and absenteeism increases. So it creates a feeling of confidence. When I provide training to an employee, it creates a feeling of confidence in the minds of workers and it gives them a security at the workplace that I am safe to work in this organization. As a result of this, the labor turnover and absenteeism rates are reduced. So they would love to come to work wherein they increase their knowledge also. So it is both the improvement in the knowledge of the employees and I am able to have a better performance of the employees which gives me a good production or higher productivity. Clear with these concepts? Now next technology update. Technology is changing at a fast pace. The workers must learn new techniques to make them more equipped to the advanced technology. Thus, training should be treated as a continuous process to update the employees in the new methods and procedures. And finally, it is effective management. It can be used as an effective tool of planning and controlling as well. It develops skills